If you're new here, hello, I'm Sasha, welcome back to my channel, here to support you in living your most abundant life. As humans, we love to work, and by work I mean we love to create things, we love to problem solve, to figure things out, to invent things, to analyze things. We love to engage with the world around us and communicate ideas and build collective constructs, societies and philosophies. We just love it. We love creating community, networking, figuring each other out, cooperating. We especially love innovating. We like to expand on what is here and try and make things better and improve things. All of these things are the work of humans. This is what we like to do. This is our guiding principle. We are all about creation in your essence, whether it's ideas, material things, or relationships. We as humans are obsessed with creation. That is our work. That is what we love to do. And it affects us in a really deep way when we're unable to do that. Look at 2020 as an example. We generated a huge mental health crisis because we were unable to create and connect in the way that we are designed to, in the way that really fuels us. So actually, I think we all do dream of working. We just need to understand how we like to do it and what works best for us. We also need to remove the idea of the dream job. This idea that there is a specific role out there that will fulfill all of our needs in terms of what we like to think we want to do with our days. There is just no such thing. It just doesn't exist as something separate from us. Because the dream job is actually the alchemy of you and the work that you do. It's a co-created thing. You create your dream job. It doesn't already exist out there somewhere for you to find. I speak a little bit more about this in my video on finding your purpose, and pop it up here if you want to dive into that a little bit more deeply. My business, for example, was absolutely not my dream working experience at first. There were actually loads of things that I didn't enjoy, things that I found drained me and were not fulfilling at all, and I truly thought would break me as a human. But my intuition was just like, no, this is it. You've tried so many things. This is the thing. You've just got to stay with it. So this kind of set me on this journey. How can I transform this into my dream job? I have this really strong knowing that this is what I'm supposed to do. So how can I transmute and create a dream job out of this experience that I'm living at the moment? And this is kind of where this video came from, because it's something I really believe that we can all do. If we've landed on something that we think is actually excellent work for us, but it's not feeling like the dream job yet, but ultimately we believe in what we are creating. And I really think we can change it into our dream job using these 3 principles. So first, as I've already said, we humans need to create. We love it. It's what we live for. We want to feel fulfilled. We need to create. So here's what I would reflect on. What ways do I like creating? What kind of process feels good to me? Like, do I like working in a team on my own? Do I like writing, speaking, drawing? Do I like sharing ideas with other people? Do I like creating connections? Think of the ways that you love to create, then focus on finding that creative flow in what you're doing. And also understand that flow can be found in any task. You put your mind to it and train yourself to focus and concentrate. You can find that flow almost anywhere. And the more time we spend in that space and feeling like we are creating something, the more fulfilled we'll feel and the more we feel like we're living this dream job. Second, accept that your emotional state doesn't actually have much to do with whether you love your job or not. This can seem pretty challenging at first, but detaching your day-to-day emotions from the overarching picture of whether you love your work is actually really important. Otherwise, every single day you're re-evaluating your job and your life based on this roller coaster of emotions that is happening in your body all the time anyway, especially if you're sensitive and you're picking up on these changes all the time, and they've actually got little to do with the quality and the meaningfulness of the work that you're actually doing. Like when someone's like, all the computers were down today, it was a terrible day, like I do not have my dream job, it was a bad day. There's a very short-term and damaging way to look at the work that we do in this world. We want to give it more space, more room. We want to let go of the emotional attachment we create with all these little parts within our jobs, and just accept that all different emotional states will move through our being across different moments. And that doesn't mean that the work we're doing is the wrong work. Ultimately, what creates this dream job feeling is knowing that we are creating something meaningful that's going to have a positive impact on other people in the long run. And it's not really about having a good or a bad day in the experience, because we're going to have both no matter what we do. This is the thing. It really doesn't matter. This way, I mean, there's no perfect job out there, because there's always going to be ups and downs. There's always going to be challenges, highs and lows. So if we detach that from the experience of the actual work that we're doing, then it allows us to really find that deeper purpose in what we're doing and remain connected to that rather than the ups and downs of the emotions. Third and final point, there's actually a freedom in commitment and discipline. I created a video on this before on why discipline is actually really liberating, so I'll pop a link up here if you want to dive deeper into that. But basically, there is a transformational power that exists when we decide to follow along the full journey of something, when we stay committed and move through the highs and the lows. There is a special kind of fulfillment and strength of character that we find within us when we open our mind to the possibility of really sticking with something. We are woefully distracted now as a population. There is this kind of like modern addiction to chaos, to newness, to upgrades, to change. We really like this feeling of quitting and starting afresh. Yes, we love to innovate, and innovation is important. But what about innovating within boundaries, within certain parameters? What happens when we create a boundary for ourselves and then find the flow and the newness within that? The best creative ideas actually come from the tightest restrictions. Narrow boundaries create the conditions for the best innovation. You already know this if you're a creative. It's very hard to create just from a completely blank page, from limitless possibility. But if you start setting parameters for yourself, suddenly the creative juices can flow way more easily. So think about that on a grander scale of your job. Your job is providing you some parameters within which to innovate and to create. So what might at first feel like restriction could actually be the perfect birthplace for you to come up with some really innovative, fulfilling work. And that is ultimately what a dream job is anyway. We really miss out on that if we get caught in this desire to maximize the daily details, or this desire to somehow feel free by quitting everything and plunging ourselves into chaos, and then to try to create some totally different alternate reality from that. So before you completely give up on the idea of a dream job or of enjoying working at all, give yourself some space to reframe these things and see if you can find within your life more space for fulfillment through creative flow in your work, detaching your ever-changing emotional state from your job, and considering how committing to something and staying disciplined might actually reap some incredible rewards. You might find that you can create your dream job from where you are right now. Let me know in the comments if you found this perspective helpful in any way. I'm super interested to hear what you think. And if you enjoyed this video, please hit the like and subscribe button. There are new videos every Tuesday. Thank you so much for watching. Loving you all, and bye for now.